Hi, this is Catherine Roseline with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2016. I'm sitting here with Bart Latten from Black Box Adventures, and he's here to talk about Revenge of the Dictators. And as you can see, he is a lovely dictator on vacation in Hawaii.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, like you said, the game is called Revenge of the Dictators, and it's about a bunch of dictators on holiday in Hawaii. But like a dictator, I'm also a workaholic, so I can't sit still.
Obviously.
So I decided to take over the United States of America.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Well, why not? I mean, you're in Hawaii, you're close.
Yeah, we're
you might as
there.
well.
I got my fake passports and everything.
All right, look at that.
Yeah. So why not? We're already there. The most easiest thing to do when you want to take over the USA is just go to the President of the United States, who's over here in the White House, and convince him that you're the better ruler. And currently with the elections might be another good...
it might be an easy job.
Yeah, it might be a way out. So basically it's a Ameritrash game, it's a racing game, and it's actually easy to learn, but there's a lot of depth in there, so more experienced players, it's also nice to play for them. So what you do, in a turn you have 3 actions. With an action you can travel, it's called a travel action, so you go from one side of the board, you go to the next place, Oregon for example, and you move across a road. What you do with your actions is totally up to you, but you can only use one action as a travel action. So we got 3 actions. You can travel, you can draw a card. So we have a big pile of cards with a lot of cards. We call this the command deck, and there are different cards in here. We have the blue cards, which are called command cards. They have various costs from 3 to 1. So if you want to play this card, you spend 1 action, you play the cards. You can only play these in your own turn because they cost actions. Then we have the interruption cards, which are the red cards. They cost 0 actions to play, so you can play them at any time during the game. And next we have asset cards. And asset cards are items or vehicles, so for example Marauder. You play this one for 2 actions, and then afterwards you can activate it every turn for 2 or 3 actions.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got your actions, you can travel around, and the main goal of the game is to convince the president, but unfortunately the president has some nuclear facilities which are targeted at your home country as a dictator. So the board is divided in 4 nuclear zones by color, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, so 4 is Canada and Mexico. And the more nuclear facilities you disarm in nuclear zone 1 to 3, so the US, the better your chances will be at the White House. So at the start of the game, every player gets a nuclear zone card from every nuclear zone with the corresponding color. And these are the nuclear facilities that are targeted at your home country. So for example, from nuclear zone 1, I receive Nebraska. And so during the game, I want to travel to Nebraska and try to disarm the nuclear facility.
And if you're able to get there and you're able to do that, then you don't have to worry about this card anymore, and you can continue on to the next section.
You have a bigger chance of convincing the president. So if I'm there, I roll a dice, on a 3 to 6 I disarm it, unless my opponents play something to annoy me. Because the undertitle of the game is called Lose Your Friends and Rule the World. It's nice to win the game, but it's equally important to annoy your opponents. It's really a backstabbing game. Yeah.
Nice and cutthroat.
Yeah. So in the end, when I reach the White House, first I need to see if the president is present. So I draw a card from the presidential card deck. There are different cards in here. We got the basic alrighty, he's there, you can try to convince him. But we also got the Bring Your Dictator to Work Day, which gets you a special bonus. So if I'm there, I roll the die, and depending on the number of nuclear facilities I disarmed, I need a certain number.
All right.
So if I disarm every nuclear facility, I need to roll 8 or higher. Only the nuclear facilities in America count towards the number you need to have at the White House. If I disarm nuclear zone 4 cards, so Canada or Mexico, I get a special token with a bonus. So in this case 6. You look it up in the rulebook and you get a special bonus. Unfortunately, America has some other tricks. We got the DEFCON system over here. So we got 2 DEFCON cards. DEFCON is a system used in the United States to say how dangerous it is in the world. So currently we're at DEFCON 5. And if we reach DEFCON 1, a nuclear war is imminent. So the game eventually wins when we reach DEFCON 1.
All right.
Dictators lose. These are in a big pile of cards, which we have over here. If you draw one, reveal it, play it, you raise the DEFCON level and something bad for the dictators happens on the board. Then we have the Founding Fathers. I don't need to tell you who that are. So
Alexander Hamilton on the top.
So 3 of them are in the deck. If you draw one, reveal it again, and something bad happens for you. So this is bad for you, this is bad for everyone. In addition to the Nuclear Zone 4 bonuses, you can also get a bonus when you draw a Trident Nuclear Deterrent, which is a nuclear submarine. If you draw this card, a nuclear submarine rises in the Gulf of Mexico, and it brings with it a few warheads, nuclear warheads, depending on the number of players, and everybody is able to disarm these. Normally you can only use disarm.
And they will also give you these bonuses.
They will give you these bonuses, yeah. So normally you can only disarm your own nuclear facilities.
I also noticed that there were some other symbols on the board. I see there's an alien.
Yeah. So Nevada, this is Area 51. We've also got CIA headquarters, and we've got Guantanamo Bay. And in the base game, some cards refer to these locations, but we also got an expansion now. It's called the American Agent. So you play an American agent who starts in the CIA headquarters, and he can go there to get special bonuses as well. Yeah. So the basic game is for 2 to 5 players, and with the expansion is for 3 to 6 players.
Okay, great. So how long does the game typically take to play?
I think between 1 hour and 1.5 hours. I mean, when we play it, of course, it's faster. If you play for the first time, it will be 1.5 hours.
So I just have to point out the lovely little meeples with all their lovely little costumes.
Yeah, in total we've got 13 different dictators with 13 different passports and also 13 different meeples.
Great.
Yeah. So there's a cheat sheet in there, and there's every dictator has its own special bonus. Like here, we don't use actual dictators. We use dictators that look like an actual dictator. So this is out of the hipster, and everybody gets his own dictator with a special power.
Great. Yeah. Thank you so much. That is Revenge of the Dictators from Black Box Adventures.
Thank you.